Wait, you guys hear that?
Wow, that was weird. Hello, everybody. I am back with a new video and a new look. I always wanted to make a persona, but I never really knew what I wanted it to look like. But here we are. I really like her, and I hope you do too. Anywho, if you read the video title, you know what's up. This was going to be my second art show ever. The first one was in May of 2026. This one is June to July of 2026. And although I loved the piece I made for May, I hated how dull it looked on the digital version, and I could never tell if it was actually going to be as vibrant as it was printed. Because I had to use CMYK because I was going to be printing it. Which is very annoying because CMYK wasn't meant to be displayed on iPad screens, so it makes everything look really dull, which unfortunately means I can't tell if anything's going to be actually vibrant. So, I decided I hate myself and wanted to make my life so much more difficult. I chose to draw the piece in RGB on my iPad and then trace it on the canvas with a projector. Yay! So pretty much what I did was I bought a projector, I bought the canvas, and all of that art supplies stuff you need to paint. I finagled around and figured out how to use the projector, and I projected it onto the canvas, traced it with pencil, and then lined it with alcohol marker. And then I was gonna paint the rest. But here's the thing. I don't know how to paint properly. I can paint a whole canvas one color, but that's it. Anytime I've tried to paint anything with details, or even just simple things like a face with zero shading, it looks awful. Which brings us here. Now, who's ready to watch me struggle? As I said earlier, I had to draw the piece digitally before I started painting. I decided to go a little outside my comfort zone and try something slightly more realistic. There wasn't a theme for this show. It was more of a go crazy, creative expression has no boundaries type thing. I decided, since I had recently started working with Apollo at that time, why not honor him with artwork? That's like part of his whole thing. So I drew him. It kinda just came to me, and surprisingly, it only took a little over an hour and a half, which is pretty short for me. After I had the piece completely done digitally, I went to the physical piece and started painting the background of the canvas, which was literally just the light blue color. I gave it about 30 minutes to dry, since it's quick drying paint, then added another layer. After that, I went to eat dinner, and after dinner I came back and fumbled around with the projector until I finally got it to fit properly on the canvas. Then I traced the line art. After I was done tracing the original piece, I immediately started lining the pencil with alcohol marker. And after that, I erased all the pencil lines still showing and called it a day there. The next day, after work and a 3-hour nap, I went down to the basement at 6:45 p.m. to start painting again. Now, who here wants to hear the ramblings of a mad person? You do? Well then, let's roll the video.
Ma'am. How bad does this look? I wonder. You can not. Because I think it looks decent. Question mark? Hello, ma'am. Do you mind? I'm aware that's. Yeah, but give me a minute, dude. Yeah, give me a. You know? I just got here. Kind of freaking dude. Please. Like normal people. Ugh. Oof. I have no one I should do it for the rest of them too, but you know, I already got paint on it right now, so let's do this. Why am I trying to do details with this fucking huge brush? It's not even detailed. I'm just trying to be. Fuck! Fuck! No! 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 Ah! See how much we want to kill ourselves. I mean, it worked for the time being. Did I only do one a very basic first layer for the background? Yes. Do I like how it looks? Actually, I do. Thank you for asking. Yes, okay. I think that's it for the huge fucking brush. It's probably do terrible brush maintenance, you know, as we do, because I am not a paint reminder. We're not gonna do the itty bitty brush. No. We're not gonna do that. I have a bag of brushes. Fucking, nope, that's too big. Found it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Let's do this. Let's blow this pop stand. As that one guy from whatever Elm Street movie would say. We're gonna do another layer because I'm scared that's not gonna look good. Speaking of painting, y'all. I don't know, I'm acting like I don't remember it. I played it recently, actually. I never finished it. I should do that. Vampires. Okay. I don't know why I screamed. No! Ugh. I don't know why that's on my head. And I almost said it was because I watched Michael recently. That's incorrect. Peak movie, by the way. The ending was very funny. Like right before the credits. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't think it's really a spoiler, but it's very funny to me. Michael Jackson will return. Avengers Doomsday. As something. Ugh! Got that from a friend. I'm not original. Never have been. Never. I'm gonna have to rewind because I know I don't know why I'm acting like I'm not done. But the problem is, I still want to see the lines for when I rewind. So I can actually have guidelines. So I don't have to freaking project it again and have the wrong layout. You know what I mean? Gene, I'm gonna kill myself. It looks too hard. I think it looks good. Man, actually pick up paint, please. What am I doing? Do I care that it's going to look really bad, that none of the strokes are the same? No. Bro, this is like the best painting I've ever fucking done. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm actually using different paintbrush sizes. Y'all see me? Y'all feel me? I'm actually, you know, doing things somewhat properly. I'm like Da Vinci himself. Da Vinci? Walking soundboard. Did Da Vinci care that his paintings weren't the same strokes? No, because he's Da Vinci, and he's just stupid and does everything, and he was the first rat I chose in Consuming Vampires. Fun fact. We came full circle, guys. We came full... That's a lot of paint. Can I fix that, please? Without knocking the canvas down. Hello? Yeah, I do. Oh, no. No. Silly? You try it! But it exploded. And that's all I remember from that quote. Ugh, what the hell? Thank you. Well, maybe I should put my hair up for this, but I don't care. Motherfucker! I went over the line again. And I just noticed that. I literally watched myself do it. Y'all like how I gave him a break nose? I don't know why I'm trying to get around nose. Ugh! Boy. Howdy. You just sound like my father. With the cracking and everything. I just prove more and more that me and my father are the same person. Let's do that! No. Silly. I'm the superior. But it exploded. No, it exploded. Why would you do that? No, silly. We're gonna kill you. because you were home. I actually haven't seen that movie. I only know the like basics of it, and the fact that all the sequels are really bad, and then because you were home being like the stinger line. I don't think I can really different. Hello? You mind actually painting? Thank you. I needed. Sounds like Mother's crazy sister Kate, possibly in Michigan. In some strange department store. Ah! It's a lot of paint. Okay. Plow through it. Plow through it. Okay. That wasn't necessary. Sounds like Mother's crazy sister Kate. Does that look bad? How am I gonna do the fucking, what's it called, blush that I usually do? I don't have an airbrush, and I'm too lazy to figure that out. Hello? I used to use that a lot brighter. Brighter! Brighter and sky above. Brighter. Eyes above. Yes, I am cringe when I watch that show. Do I like it? Sort of. Is it entertaining? Yes. Chat. Why are we getting darker? I mean lighter, whatever the word is. Ugh. Hold up. Let's go back. Eh. Should I be using the bigger brush again? Probably. But will I? No. I already put it in the water. I like how it'll be very obvious that I'm an amateur painter. Like, there'll be professionals and shit there, and then there'll be Sam. You can tell, knows how to do line art. And use markers. But that's it. You'll look from a distance. And depending on the lighting, you can definitely tell the color differences. But, for the most part, you can't. Which I think is good. We are just getting lighter. Hello? Why are we doing this? I'm getting to the edge. Is this the bads? The non-mixed parts? Bro! Stay focused. We must stay focused. Ha! It actually doesn't look that bad from here. You know, if the farther away you get, it actually looks good. You know, you just gotta step 20 feet away. And then, you know, it's great. Look at that detail, guys. I would be funny and put you guys 20 feet away and, like, move the camera 20 feet away. But, I'm too lazy and I don't think there's enough room. There's a in my basement is 20 feet. Or if it is, there's not a place to put the camera. Because my basement is fully finished because I'm white middle class. Which means I have 2 refrigerators and a big freezer. Bask in my glory. Ha! Hold on. Now if we go behind the pool table, it actually looks decent. So we're gonna leave it there before I ruin it.
After all of that, I called it quits there, went upstairs, paced around listening to music for a bit, and then I went to bed. Now we're gonna fast forward to Sunday, May 10th, where I decided to paint the hair finally. And fun fact, yellow and blue make green. I know, surprising. So, when I started painting the yellow, I quickly realized I would have to do at least 3 layers. Which probably isn't surprising to a seasoned painter, but for me, who literally has only painted things in like 1 or 2 layers, that was mind-blowing. And don't worry, I may be impatient, but I did actually paint 3 layers of hair that day. Now we're gonna fast forward yet again to Sunday, May 17th, where I painted another 2 layers of hair and the first layer of the laurel wreath. Now, it was by this Sunday that I realized I had to seriously lock in order to finish this painting. It was already May 17th, like I said, and I had to have this done and submitted by May 31st. So, I was smart. I gave myself a goal. I said, I'm going to paint every day until it was done. And I immediately failed that goal. I, for some reason, decided to wait until Wednesday to officially start that goal, which is already a really bad sign. I painted Wednesday, I did really good, I finished doing the laurel wreath, I started the eye, it was going great, I stopped for the night on Wednesday, went to bed, and then I didn't paint again until Wednesday, the next Wednesday, which, if you're paying attention, is May 27th. Which means I had 4 days to get this painting finished and submitted. And by this point, I had only finished, like, the base colors. Like, I had done the skin, I had done the hair, I did the laurel wreath, I did most of the eye, but I had done, like, no shading, it was all just base colors. So, that Wednesday, I finished the entire piece, and I genuinely cannot tell you how I did it, what my techniques were, or anything. I kind of just was doing something. My microphone decided to stop working in the middle of this video, but it was like that moment when, like, you're studying for a test, well, not studying, but you have a test coming up, and then you realize, oh shit, I know nothing about this, I really should, do something about it, and then you start studying, and all of a sudden, like, time goes by, and oh my gosh, you know everything. It was like that, but I still know nothing about painting. Anyways, I had the whole thing finished, like I said, but I still waited until Saturday, May 30th, to actually submit the piece, so you could say I cut it a little close. But all that mattered was it was submitted before the deadline, a day before, but still, it was submitted. All that was left was to wait until Tuesday, because I work Mondays, to drop off the piece and, be done with all this until the actual thing opens. Finally, the day had arrived, and I was a nervous wreck. While this was my second art show, this was my first professional one. What I mean is that my first art show was run by the YWCA, and there were only a few artists and not many guests. This one is being run by an actual art center, and there were over 300 pieces. I also got out of work at 6 that day, and the award ceremony started at 7, which had me really stressed because I had to drive 5 minutes home, get changed, then drive 40 minutes to the art center, which meant ideally I would get there 10 minutes before the awards. Ideally. What actually happened was I got out of work at 6:05, drove home, left the house at 6:15. Got there and parked at 6:54 and got to the art center just before 7, which again was me cutting it very close. I loved seeing everyone else's art, but it also made me feel even worse about mine. And I knew my piece wouldn't look as good as some of the other ones, but that didn't make the feeling of actually seeing it compared to others any better. Anyways, the awards happened, I won none of them, shocker, but I did get this pin, so I guess we can call that a win. So, what did I learn from all this? I mean, the obvious answer is that I have a lot more to learn about painting, but other than that, I learned I am doing better than a lot of artists just by putting my work in that show. Sure, it didn't look great, but it didn't look bad by any means. I stole that directly from my father, so don't start thinking I am some sort of wise creature. I was not kidding about the not being original thing. Seriously though, I am looking forward to next year's show. I want to submit a digital piece next time because I am a lot better at digital art. Maybe I'll do another painting too. Who knows? But that is a next year thing, and right now we're finally at the end of this video. Thanks for watching this whole thing if you did. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. As of me recording this audio, the art show is still going on, which means my piece is still up and still for sale. I don't expect it to sell, but it would be nice. Anyways, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, but only if you want to. And if you like my art, feel free to check me out on my other socials, like my Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!